People, I just made a video, and that video dynamically is saying, it's saying that all the Hebrew camps preach a false doctrine, you know, and that what I'm teaching is the very truth. It's way more than that, man. If you know exactly what's going on here. Okay, so I even left this simple comment. I contacted all of the camps that I knew of. I'm pretty sure I ain't reaching everyone in every city, but it's a lot of them. And when you hear the Bible say many false Christs will come and deceive many, that's what we have in these end times. And man, this is insane. You know what it means? It means that everybody in the church is a fraud. Everybody in the synagogue is a fraud. All these camps is a fraud. And they're just to deceive the very elect of God. They all Satan's hand tools. And they are. I mean, you could say that that's not true. Oh, it is true. I'm talking about like 90% of the people in religion is all false. Maybe even a higher number. And so I put it in layman terms right here, and that's why I'm letting everybody sit here and read this. Number one, I wrote, God says serve only him because he is your creator. I mean, you can't get these Gentiles, and I'm talking about black, white, green, and brown, looking like us, but they preaching a false doctrine on purpose. They are tools of the Satan. They being used by the Satan. They his dupes. And this is just for real. I'm talking about 90%, maybe 95% of the people of the world is all used by Satan just to deceive the very elect. And that is the whole point, that they probably cannot deceive. So when the elect hear the truth, they spirit, lean towards that truth and accept it inside their heart. These Gentiles, they preach a false doctrine and they try to make it sound like the truth. So again, this is very keen. The first one, God says serve only him because he is your creator. What does that mean? That means that everything else is creation. And so should you be worshiping, it's just a common sense thing. Should you be worshiping the creator of all of the creation, or should you be investing in the creation? And so that's what these these Gentiles, these devils, these false prophets and teachers, these Christs that's deceiving many. Christ only mean Christian. So a lot of Christians in false Christ in the end time is going to be deceiving many Christians in the end time, and Jews and Muslims and all have been deceived, man. I mean, a lot of them. I see Muslims, Christians, and Jews falling into the false doctrine. So watch this. If God says serve only him because he is your creator, common sense, this is a common sense thing. I mean, come on, let us reason together, people. You only worship the creator. Jesus warned them to serve only God. That's number two. This is some simple, I want to say S-H-I-T, but it is. Jesus warned them to serve only God. He said, exactly, serve only God. And multiple times, God, all through the Old Testament, he said, he is your creator, he is your God. He's the one that delivered you out of Egypt. Only serve him. This is a common sense thing. You can tell that the rest of it in the Bible is deception. The prophets warned them, on all the prophets from Isaiah, Samuel, they all warned you to serve only God. You can tell what's infiltrated in the Bible because it's trying to make you serve creation and created things. Jesus is created. If the Bible itself said Jesus was created a little lower than the angels, Jesus had a birth date and all of that, it was only God in the beginning. It's the reason why. God was the only one that created. God created man. it's only a common sense thing that you do not worship or serve creation. And then they're guilty of preaching a false doctrine, and none of them believe. None of them believe. And they so passionate about their lies and deception. I was, debating with Adam Abbott and Pastor Dow, Watchman Yah, these camps. They can mention my name in a negative light in their videos, but you see, none of those damn devils come and dare try to debate with me. People's like, oh, we're gonna get Geno Jennings, the big Jen, that big devil, the word wizard master of the Bible, and he preaching falsehood, and so many people didn't prove that dude wrong. He ain't even a challenge. He's just a fast talking idiot. That's all he is. And this is the thing about Adam Abbott, whoever that dude is. I know that's just the name of his. I don't know his real name. And then Geno Jennings. They know the Bible and the Torah backwards and forward. They know the pages. They know certain verses, man, where they can call them upon them inside their head quick. But here's the thing with them. But they don't really know the truth. And the truth is, you wasn't supposed to be deluded by anything. You were supposed to love God with all your heart and all your soul and all your mind. And you and your children and your grandparents and mothers and fathers, we all come together and worship the Most High God. That's written. And in the end, he said that's what the people that he going to save, that's what they're going to be doing. Everything else is deception. It's incredible, man, that how many people are deceived and how many people are just devils and snakes. And this is you might as well have just did a contract with the devil and just sold your soul. All these Christians and these Jews and these camps, they sold their souls, and they finna get retributed in a minute. And it seems like they don't care. It's like they love the light of themselves, like they doing the right thing. I mentioned Adam Abbott a lot in this video right here because I'm just saying, I can look in his eyes and I see something there. It's like he know he lying. He know that it's deception in the Bible. He knows that. He know that the Bible contradicts itself. He knows that very well. But yet he can't believe right. You can't go wrong, and every religion will tell you, you can't go wrong serving only the Creator. When the Creator never told you to serve Jesus or anybody else. The Creator never said, I have a son and respect my son. The Creator ain't never said, you got to go to my son before you can come to me. The Creator never said that. There are those who infiltrated the Bible who put words in God's mouth, but the Creator never said that directly. Never, ever, ever. They'll say word wizardry like a voice came from heaven and said, this is my only begotten son and I'm so proud of him. What is the voice? They didn't say it was God. And then how do you get the seed to say God is inside of the creation, so the creation could slay him so that they could be saved? So the creation killed God. Come on, how did you get deceived? And I can't talk sense to anybody or rationalize with insane people. The entire world, everybody's finding out, is totally insane. And that's why I moved to the middle of nowhere, to get away from their crazy asses. Let's wrap the news.